Hey Scandal Squad, welcome back to the channel, Celebrity Scandalous. So, there's a new video out, some new information from one of Diddy's accusers. It's one of the male accusers, and he's speaking out for the first time, and he's talking about what happened in the alleged assault allegations. The anonymous John Doe sat down with CNN on Tuesday to share for the first time what he described as the traumatic toll the alleged abuse he endured by Sean Diddy Combs has taken on his life. He initially filed his complaint against Combs on October 14th, alleging that he was drugged and taken from behind by the embattled music mogul at one of his infamous white parties nearly 2 decades ago. He was speaking anonymously on camera about his civil claims in the suit. The accuser said this week that he has harbored the secret of the alleged abuse from 2007, not even telling his then wife because of the shame that he felt was associated with the incident. So you guys, let's take a look at the video and then I'll come back with the commentary.
According to your lawsuit, you were hired by a security firm to work security at one of the infamous white parties that was thrown by Sean Combs in the Hamptons. What was that experience like?
At first, he was incredibly friendly, very gracious.
So you had a friendly chat, and then, according to your lawsuit, at some point later in the night, Sean Combs himself offered you a drink. This didn't come from staff or someone holding a tray of drinks. It came from him directly.
Correct. The first drink started to have some effect on me, and I just thought, wow, these are really strong drinks. It wasn't until the second drink, and it was already too late, that I realized that there was something wrong with the drinks. Sadly, Sean Combs was waiting in the wings. He was watching from some sort of vantage point, and once I was in a helpless position and he was sure that he was in a position of power, then he took advantage of the situation.
You allege that you were forcibly pushed into an SUV by Sean Combs. That act alone, according to your lawsuit, left you in considerable pain. And then once inside the vehicle, your lawsuit says plaintiff was held down by Combs, who overpowered him while he struggled to escape due to the effects of the drugs in his system. And it goes on to say that he sodomized you.
I was screaming. I was telling him to stop. It was incredibly painful. And he was acting like it was nothing. And he seemed to be disconnected from it. But it was abusive beyond belief.
So the full gravity of it lives with me to this day, Doe told CNN in an interview conducted in his home in New Jersey. It affects every single thing you do for the rest of your life, and I do believe that. Doe is the first civil accuser of Combs to publicly speak to the media in an interview, and I also believe, well, no, actually he's not the first male accuser. Little Rod, I believe he was the first male accuser. According to his lawsuit, Doe was employed by a private security firm when he was asked to work at one of Combs' white parties at the producer's estate in East Hampton, New York. Combs provided Doe with 2 alcoholic drinks throughout the night that he believes were laced with GHB and ecstasy, the complaint states. After consuming the second drink, Doe started feeling extremely ill, per the suit. Combs allegedly approached Doe at the same time and expressed what Doe initially interpreted as concern, the lawsuit states, before he forcibly pushed him into an empty vehicle. Inside the vehicle, Doe claims Combs held him down despite his pleas for help and assaulted him. In his lawsuit, Doe is seeking compensatory and punitive damages. Oh, now this is interesting here. There were a number of inconsistencies between the details shared by Doe in his interview with CNN and the original complaint filed in October. So here we go, because yesterday Tasha K went on to talk about some of the inconsistencies that she noted in the complaint against Jay-Z with the 13-year-old. So this is interesting. The original suit says the assault took place in 2006, not 2007, and that Doe had never been married. Oh, Lord. These cases are cases of this magnitude. Those little details, the years and the time, if you can't be consistent and get those things correct, they're going to get these cases thrown out. They got to be very precise, especially a case like this. In 2006, Combs' white party was held in Saint-Tropez. In 2007, it was held in the Hamptons, which is where Doe's allegations take place. After CNN pointed out the discrepancies, Doe's attorneys filed an amended complaint with the court, changing those details and acknowledging mistakes were made in the rush to file. That's not going to, a judge is definitely going to look at that with a critical eye. Times and dates and places are critical to your case. If you're in any kind of case, like if you're doing, if you're litigating in like trying to sue your job, they're going to tell you dates and times. Those have to be as on point as possible. I wasn't able to stand, Doe told CNN, of allegedly being drugged with the 2 spiked alcoholic drinks, which he said felt more like 15 drinks. He added, "It was just an amazing level of incapacitation that I had never experienced before, and I felt helpless." After the alleged assault, he said he struggled to leave the party due to the effect of the alleged drugs in his systems and the pain his body was in. Doe then reported what happened to his supervisor. According to his lawsuit, speaking to CNN, he said that he was never asked to work for the security firm again after reporting his alleged abuse by Combs. He just dismissed it and said, "I'll talk to him," Doe said, recalling a conversation where he told his manager that Combs had assaulted him. "After that, he didn't talk to me again. He cut me out of everything. I was totally blacklisted after that. I had to find a different field." Today, Doe no longer works as a security guard. His marriage also ended as a result of the alleged abuse, he said, because of the trauma he endured that has negatively impacted his relationships. In his lawsuit, he said he has struggled with emotional pain and mental health issues in the years since. For the first time, Doe also revealed that a celebrity witnessed the alleged abuse. Who is the other celebrity? Without naming the famous person he recognized, he told CNN there was one high-profile individual who saw what happened and found it amusing. Representatives for Combs declined to comment on Doe's allegations on Tuesday, but at the time of the original complaint in October, his lawyers issued a blanket statement to CNN regarding the complaint and others filed on the same day. Mr. Combs and his legal team have full confidence in the facts, their legal defenses, and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail. That Mr. Combs has never abused or assaulted anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. Doe's complaint was filed along with a slew of other anonymous accusers who are all represented by attorneys Tony Busby and Andrew Van Arsdale. The lawyers have said they are representing at least 120 accusers who plan to file against Combs. Thus far, they have filed 20 civil suits. Interesting. Okay, so they have 120 accusers, but only 20 civil suits filed. That's interesting. Combs is currently in federal custody as he awaits trial on the trafficking charges, racketeering, and conspiracy. He has pleaded not guilty and denied all allegations of wrongdoing in roughly 30 civil lawsuits that have been filed against him in the past year. Several of those lawsuits include allegations from accusers like Doe, who have chosen to file under pseudonyms. Regarding his decision to remain anonymous, Doe said, "I have a semblance of a life, a very quiet life. I would prefer what little is left of it to be left alone. Nothing could ever give me back the person I was before that evening." You guys jump in the comments and let me know your thoughts about all of this. Interesting that we now have a male Doe that has come forward, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.